Hey, everybody. It's great to be here. Great to be in Nashville and great to be at this conference. This is the biggest stage I've ever seen in my Bitcoin life. This is amazing. These guys did it good in Hong Kong, they did it better in Nashville, and so it shows how far this industry has gone. And actually, this is very relevant, I feel, to 24 and the year that we are in for Bitcoin. It is probably, I feel, maybe you feel too, one of the biggest years for Bitcoin, if not the biggest. So you might ask, why is that? Well, first of all, we all know, because this conference has been very popular because of it, that Bitcoin and self-custody is the first time that we talk about it in the US presidential election. It's the first time that it's actually on the ballot. And why this is important is because before Bitcoin, our data, our money, our privacy were always controlled by either the government or a private company. But we don't want that. We don't want a world where technology enables surveillance. We want a digital world where we can have control and freedom. No? But there is no freedom without private property. And there is no... It really feels like I'm in the US right now in Nashville. And there is no digital private property without self-custody. And actually, Bitcoin gives you sovereignty, gives you economic freedom. And these are fundamental rights. And so, what we do at Ledger, we are focused on delivering to you the best Bitcoin self-custody experience, and we never compromise on security. Ledger is a tool for freedom, okay? And I'm glad that finally the politicians recognize this. Okay, but more importantly, I think that this is the year of Bitcoin because of everything that is being built on top of Bitcoin. This is the year of the Bitcoin L2s. And for me, that's even more exciting. The reason why you must have your private keys is not just because of philosophy, it's not just because of freedom. It's also because of usage. If you don't have your private keys, you cannot engage peer-to-peer with the Bitcoin blockchain. And if you build an applicative layer on top of the Bitcoin blockchain, then you need to have your private key. It's an absolute need. And so, what's happening right now? The price of Bitcoin is not just a speculative thing. I mean, we all like to make money, okay? But it's not that. The price of Bitcoin is the security of the blockchain. The price of Bitcoin is the liquidity in the Bitcoin blockchain. And now with L2s, you can safely build a range of applications on top of the Bitcoin blockchain that can now access the biggest crypto liquidity pool in the market. And I think that's really, really, really big. DeFi on Bitcoin is going to be amazing, and so many other things built on Bitcoin will actually change the way that we do crypto. And this future is already here. It's happening. It's all over this conference. It was at the Satoshi Roundtable earlier. It's already here. It's already happening. That's all what Bitcoin and Bitcoiners are talking about. And Ledger wants to help. I'll tell you very quickly something that you might not know. Ledger can help with money. We've actually created a fund back in 22 with Cathay Innovation, and it's an early stage fund, and we invest in companies. And because we put our money where our mouth is, and we like this L2 phenomenon built on top of Bitcoin, we just announced an investment a couple of weeks ago on built on Bitcoin, Bob, We're very happy about that. And we're announcing today a second investment in a second Bitcoin L2, Mezzo. These guys will help do what I just described. I wish them luck. Some of them are probably in the room. You can meet with them. We wish them a lot of success. But obviously, Ledger is very separate from the investment fund, and Ledger will support every project, every good project in this industry to connect this project to the Ledger usage. This market will be huge. There is a lot of room to grow, and so there is room for everybody. But where Ledger can help the most is by designing products. That's what we do. I think Ledger is one of the foundations of this industry. And I got data to back that up. We actually sold 7 million Ledger Nanos. 7 million Ledger Nanos. For this industry, it's a big number. And we secure today more than 20% of all Bitcoin. We help secure today more than 20% of all Bitcoin. That's also a big number. And so I'm going to try it out on you. Let's see. You can either raise your hand or shout if you're on the Ledger. Let's go. Okay. So some of you didn't raise their hand, didn't shout. We're going to make an announcement now, and I hope that just after the announcement, you go to ledger.com and you get on board. Okay. So look, guys, the idea is you never have to sacrifice your freedom for convenience. And that's really what I focus 100% of my time on. How do you combine these two things? I've been at Ledger from the beginning, 10 years, 10 good years, 10 long years, 10 exhausting years. And how many times have I heard you say that our products were too complex? We just saw that by raise of hand and shouting that a lot of you have a Ledger, but still, and you like it, but still you find it too complex. So the problem was crystal clear. How do you make it secure, but now easy to use? And so the solution is very simple. We had to design a device for self-custody that is easy to use. It's easy to say it, but now let me show you what it is. Presenting to you Ledger Stacks. So Ledger Stack sets a new standard for self-custody, and early feedback from you guys, tell us that, it's actually a great product. And you know what? It's a great product because as I was thinking about, the problem, I thought about the iPod. And for me, the iPod, there was something similar where online music was difficult, then there was the iPod, and then suddenly online music became easy, and then this is why, this is the iPod that onboarded millions and millions of users into the music ecosystem. So I thought, okay, let's do the same. And to do the same, I thought, okay, well, let's call the guy who invented the iPod. Actually, that's not the true story. The guy who invented the iPod actually lived in Paris by chance. And by chance, he was friends with my good friend, Ian Rogers. And so we met. And I said, Tony, this is the problem. And Tony is someone that fixes problems. He's like, okay, this is the solution. And so Tony is the father of Ledger Stacks, and he's with us today in this room. Let's give it up for Tony. And I tell you why it's a big deal. Tony has designed, the iPod, the iPhone, Nest, etc. To have someone that has designed, consumer electronic products that we've all used to join the rebels and to join Bitcoin is no small deal. So again, Tony, welcome in the family. Welcome to Bitcoin. Welcome to crypto. And to tell you one thing is what we did with Tony was not just to design one device. Was actually to build a hardware platform, a secure hardware platform, to design the future of secure hardware for this industry. But let me stop talking. Let me bring Ian Rogers on stage, our Chief Experience Officer, who's going to tell you much more about what we have in plan.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Ian Rogers, and I am the Chief Experience Officer at Ledger. And it's truly an honor to be here with you today and be able to share with you what the Ledger team has been working so hard on back home in Paris. As Pascal said, Ledger Stacks marks an essential step forward for self-custody at a time when we are using our wallets more often and for more complex transactions than ever before. And Ledger Stacks, with its bigger and clear e-ink screen, is a perfect tool for that job. It's the perfect way to know that what you see is what you sign. I mean, it's really a luxury product, like a sports car, truly the best in its class. We are right now finishing delivering the pre-orders for Ledger Stacks, and we have more than 100,000 people who have asked to be notified when Ledger Stacks is available for order again. So I'm happy to announce to you here today that Ledger Stacks is once again available for order on ledger.com. It's $399, and it comes with a free magnet shell case to protect the first of its kind curved e-ink screen. And the supplies are still limited, so if you would like one, please get over there and reserve your place in line. We learned a lot building Ledger Stacks, including that there's a lot of demand for a ledger with a bigger e-ink screen. So we wanted to design and build a new standard. We wanted to take this better UI of Ledger Stacks and make it available for everyone in bull market quantities at a very attractive price. So it's my great pleasure to introduce to you today the newest device in Ledger's lineup, Ledger Flex. With this gorgeous 2.8-inch e-ink touchscreen and the same uncompromising security you've come to expect, Ledger Flex is the new standard in hardware for Bitcoin for everyone. It's $249, and it's available right now at ledger.com, bestbuy.com, and at the Ledger booth here at Bitcoin Nashville. There's a vending machine, and you can go there today and go home with a Ledger Flex. Thank you. Ledger Nano users, all of you raised your hand earlier, Ledger Flex is for you. It's everything that you love about your Ledger Nano with this fast, secure e-ink screen. And also NFC. Because Ledger Flex is not only an upgrade for your Ledger Nano, it's a replacement for Google Authenticator or your hardware security key. But more on that in a second. With Ledger Flex and Ledger Stacks, we are delivering the best, most secure, easiest to use hardware for Bitcoin, period. And with these upgrades to your Nano with Ledger Flex and Stacks, you can keep your Nano. Hang on to it. It's still an incredible backup. Remember, to be secure, you need a secure chip to generate and protect your private key, a secure operating system running on that chip to perform the cryptographic operations, and a secure touchscreen to approve transactions. Only Ledger checks all three of these boxes. Any other way to protect your Bitcoin, from an exchange to a software wallet to another hardware wallet, is a compromise by comparison. Both Ledger Flex and Ledger Stacks connect seamlessly to Ledger Live. And with Ledger Live, you can do anything you want with your Bitcoin to and from self-custody. Buy, DCA, swap, earn yield, all with added security from Ledger. At Ledger, we love Bitcoin. And we believe Bitcoin is the main event. And that's why Ledger is and always will be the best wallet for Bitcoin. And we're first to market to support new Bitcoin features like Taproot, Coin Control, Miniscript, and now Music 2. And to commemorate the launch of Ledger Flex here at Bitcoin Nashville 2024, we're introducing a Bitcoin edition Ledger Nano. And just like, Bitcoin edition Ledger Flex, and just like the Bitcoin edition Nanos, when you buy a Bitcoin edition Ledger Flex, a portion of your purchase price goes to support Bitcoin core development. And these are, thank you. And these are available right now on ledger.com and at the vending machine here at Bitcoin Nashville in the Ledger booth. So thank you for supporting Bitcoin core development by buying Bitcoin edition Ledger devices. What makes Ledger special is it's the only open development platform on smart card technology on the planet. And that allows developers to build a wide range of security applications. One such application I alluded to earlier, and I'm happy to tell you about here today, it's called Ledger Security Key. As you know, Bitcoin was designed to be in self-custody, but many users still keep their Bitcoin on an exchange. And to be fair, this will be the case for years to come. Sometimes you hold your own value, and sometimes you need to trust that value to someone else. Ledger gives you a very simple and secure way to self-custody, and you should. But we are committed to helping all users secure their entire digital life. We can't solve the counterparty risk with your exchange, but we can make it more secure to log into it. We all know the pain of password security, and we know that phishing and passwords are a main attack vector for hackers. But with Ledger Security Key, you just tap your Ledger Stacks or Ledger Flex on your phone, and voila, simple and secure login to your exchange or any app that supports passkeys or 2FA. Ledger is committed to be the secure companion to your entire digital life. So, in conclusion, Ledger's mission is the same today as when we were founded 10 years ago. Allow you to do anything you want with your Bitcoin and crypto. You are in control with zero compromise on security or self-custody. Ledger offers more today than ever. Better devices that are easier to use, more services like buying and swapping, and now secure login with Security Key. We can't wait for you to get your hands on Ledger Stacks and Ledger Flex. We're really excited to see what you do with them. So thank you guys very much for your time and attention. Special thank you to the team back home in Paris, building these incredible products. It makes it possible for Pascal and me to come stand on stage and share them with you. And please join me in the Ledger booth and be the very first person to take home a Ledger Flex today. Peace.
The Bitcoin Conference. We started with a dream to build a community focused on Bitcoin. It all started in 2019 in the heart of San Francisco, the first major Bitcoin conference in years that kickstarted a revolution. And then Miami. a place where enthusiasts, developers, dreamers, and innovators could come together to make Bitcoin better. It has been an amazing 5 years and 8 conferences, thanks to all of you. Bitcoin Conference has become the largest premier global Bitcoin gathering in the world, leading hyper-Bitcoinization. While Miami was incredible, it was time to set the stage for Bitcoin in a new city. So we took the conference on the road. Nashville, Tennessee was the obvious choice, a city known for music and freedom. Next year, the conference is hitting the road again in search of the next global stage. We are headed to a new city next year. With hyper-Bitcoinization right around the corner, we have no plans to take the foot off the gas. Find out where we are headed next. Scan the QR code and be at the main stage for the big announcement.